Merry Christmas, everybody. Live from Farmington Mac. Bantam Double A playing Eagan. It's going to be a showdown. Last game, Eagan came out pretty quick. Let's see if the boys are ready to respond. It seems like the last few practices and a little bit of outside hockey always helps these guys. And we're kind of past our hump mark, so I'm expecting the W here tonight. A little bit of a holy rock going on in the background. You can see some ugly sweaters on the bench. Coaches and kids sporting. A little bit of ugly sweater here as well. There you go. Rocking.
Yeah, well, here, you got to get us both here. Yeah.
Whoa.
Let's see if we can get this all the way.
Does that even work that way?
We're in it.
All right. Yay! All right. Back to the game. All right. You want me in there, Dave? Dave, you can just go do a paint on. All right, puck drop. Wesley Madsen, Holcomb, Sellers. A little bit of a scramble. Puck goes back. Farmington controls. Chips it up the boards. Back over to Sellers. Ondich going back after the puck. Battle in the corner. Madsen helping out. Ondich comes away with the puck. Passes over to Holcomb. Tips up the ice. Eagan off the board. Trying to chip it deep. And battle ensues. All right. Ondich on the corner battling. Puck grabbed by Ondich. Up the boards, racing, putting on the speed. Coming in. Put the brakes on. Ooh. Close for a tip in there by Sellers. Eagan passes out across the ice, loses control. Takes a wide angle shot off the boards, ringing. Eagan keeps the puck in the zone. Puck goes deep into the Farmington corner. Kratz with the puck, goes long, gets picked off. Eagan with the puck, takes a bad angle shot. Thank you very much. Holcomb tips it out of the zone. Casano grabs it, 2-on-1, rips a shot high. Ooh, not good. Not sure if he lost an edge or what, but doesn't look like he's feeling it. All right, Casano stays in the game. Puck back in the corner. Eagan looking to break out, taking it slow, chips it in, and puck is grabbed. Gives it back to Aiden Madsen. Madsen up the boards, passes it over to Cooper. Cooper dumps it in. Puck behind the net. Cooper playing a little body there, not letting him have it. Levi Lessinger with the puck, and a quick shot by Ryan Casano. Guys are looking good. Came out screaming, and it's paying off. All right, face-off down in Eagan territory. Wesley Madsen, Levi Luxinger, and Cooper Mako. Tangled up Levi with the puck, trying to stick it, handle around, going back to Bennett. Bennett keeps it deep. Got Madsen chipping low. Mako going after the puck, goes high, hits the fence, and whistles called. All right, let's try that face-off again. Let's go with Wesley's strong side. That's just going to help out a little bit more for the team. Looking for Bennett. Going to go back over to puck back in the corner. Wesley chipping it back to Cooper. Cooper working, battling. Puck grab by Eagan. Just barely gets it out. Smart play by Bennett. Chips it back up the boards. Cooper gets it deep. Levi's going to grab that one. Oh, getting pummeled by a few of the Eagan players coming back the other way. Eagan with some speed, gets a puck in the corner, saves that one. Way to go, boys. Looks like we might have a broken stick here, not sure. Chips it out of the zone, fantastic. And they're calling icing, they wave it off. Ooh, battle ensues. Some sticky play there. Passes up the board. Tries to chip it high and get it down in the Farmington zone. Not having it. Battle in the corner. Poke check by Kratz. Give a little shoulder. Nice job. Pucking up the boards. Going to Otney. Otney battling. Sitting there with Ondich right behind him. Ondich grabs it. Gets it out of the zone. Off the boards. All right, Grossly going after Eagan. Going to put some pressure on. Eagan looking for an outlet pass. Gets it up the boards. Cross center. Plays a body. Double body. Eagan grabs the puck. Goes for a shot. Nice save. We got Connor in net tonight. All right, here we go. We got Ondich with the puck. Pulls up to Grossly. Lets the Rocket go. Grossly, big body play. Nice. Pass. Ready with the right one rip. A little bit of traffic there. Catches Casano in the shoulder. Puck in neutral zone. Grossly. Oh, timing was just off slightly. Back to center ice.
Ryan's taking a beating. That
Yeah.
ball, then that shot.
Yeah, you're getting a missed call. Yeah. Ryan Casano is definitely getting jacked up tonight. Bunch of hits, some hitting with the puck. All right, here we go. Wesley, Holcomb, Sellers. This is our hitting line. Let's see some bodies fly. Back to Bennett. Bennett goes up to Holcomb, tipped by Eagan. Icing waved off. Sellers battling for the puck. Wesley going after the puck. This guy's going to get munched. Oh, close. But he put on the gas and got away from the check. Puck goes back. Chip. Ooh. Centering pass deflected. Good job by the Farmington boys. Puck's going around. Sellers tips it up. Gets picked off by Eagan. Farmington trying to keep control in the zone. Gets picked off. Little toe drag, not happening. Nice save there. And Connor covers it up. Good job, boys. All right, face-off down in Farmington town. Who do we got out there now? We got Casano again. Sitting out there with Levi, Mako, Ondich. All right, picked up by Kratz. Kratz is going to put on some gas. Gets picked off. Puck gets out of the zone. Eagan working D to D, gets it deep. Connor kicks it out to Kratz. Kratz shows a chip, gets picked off by Eagan, and some body play there. All right, Levi going up the boards, chips up to Ryan, picked off. Cooper grabs the puck. Eagan just going high, and a little bit of a finagle in the neutral ice. All right, picked up by Ondich. Ondich going back in the zone, putting on the wheels, turn and burn, center pass, blocked by Eagan, down back behind the net. Casano picking up off the boards. Back over to Ondich. Ondich rips one to the corner. Kratz is going to go down and play it. Keeps it in the zone, nicely done. Eagan stops it, getting from down deep in the Eagan zone. Coming back the other way, way off sides, and we're going to have a face-off. All right. I'd say the boys are looking ready for this game. Eagan comes out quick, and Farmington's answering. Face-off. Poke checked away. Here we got Aiden, body trying to pull it in, and not having it. Nice tip there by Otney. Gets it out of the zone. Little interference there, but that happens. Otney gets it deep. Puck in the Eagan zone. Wesley Madsen's got the puck, centers it to Otney, gets tipped. Now, ooh, Grossly's got the puck, looking, center. Ooh, no one's there. That's okay. Eagan grabbing the puck and work it center. Close off sides, not happening. Down in the corner. Kind of a wild centering pass there. Otney, not sure what to do, gets it back behind the net. Aiden Madsen with the puck. Gets picked by Aiden. A lot of stick handling by the Eagan team today. Feeling cocky with the puck. Puck goes deep behind the Farmington net, gets picked up by Aiden Matson. Puck goes back behind the net. Bennett's going to grab it, looking for Grossley. Off the boards, gets out of the zone, and chips it back. A lot of back and forth here in the neutral ice. Tries to grab it. Oh, Casano with the puck. Tips it in. Everyone just trying to keep it in the neutral ice. Not a lot of shots happening. Very defensive hockey tonight. All right, puck along the boards, goes back deep in the Farmington. Eagan trying to cycle the puck. Turns back, goes deep, looking for a center pass. Does it, but nice save by Connor. Puck back up, wide shot. Connor gloves it. Slow the game down. And John with some solid Christmas music. All right, here we go. Face off. Casano. Refs waiting to see if they want to play. Check, check. Check, check. Yep, we were on. Here we go. Puck in the corner. Goes back to Kratz. Kratz to Ondich. Ondich goes to pass it out. Catches the blade of Casano. Casano with the puck here. 2-on-2. Rips one just a bit to the left. But had the open slot on the net pegged. Putting some pressure on. Eagan not sure what to do with the puck. Going to go back on the net again. And just do a wide tip out. Ondich with the puck at neutral ice. Eagan picks it off, going back in. Basically, every shot is coming from just inside the blue line, which is the kind of stuff our goalie likes. All right. Ben with the puck, back up to Eagan. Eagan just tips it deep. Kratz playing the body. Nice job there. Loose puck in front of the net. Terrible angle shot by Eagan. And now we have Holcomb going with the puck. Gets it back up to Sellers. Sellers busting into the zone. Eagan tries to play the body, misses. Nice center pass. Ooh, just picked away there by Wesley. Wesley back up the point. Bennett with the puck, keeps it in the zone, gets it back over to Matson, rips a shot, and goal. Nice play, boys. That's how magic happens. Man, that was fast. Good job. Now time for a little Christmas selling. Way to go. Man, that was pretty quick. That's fun. All right, let's see if they can make lightning strike twice. That's him with the puck. Gets a little shoulder to the dome. Not sure I like that one, but play continues. Puck loose in the Eagan zone. Back D to D. Looking for an outlet pass. Gets it. Timing's off slightly. Goes back. Tries to get a centering pass. Again, Eagan shoot from the blue line. We'll take it. Puck one up again. Center pass. Little interference. I don't know if I agree with that. All right. Face off back in Farmington zone. Casano, Holcomb, or Mako. Shot, high, nuts, takes that guy out. Good job there, Cooper. Puck picked up. Bennett going with it. Putting the wheels on. Nice. Cutting in. Looking for some plays. Looking for opportunities. Nice center pass. Way to go. Eagan just kind of chipping it out. Now we got an odd man rush. Little 3-on. Oh, ouch. No coverage on the wingers. When your D goes down, that's okay. You got to cover. Someone's got to stay back. That was a gimme goal. And they capitalized on it. Hockey's all about the mistakes. The team with the fewest mistakes wins the game. All right, face off. Wesley, Grossley, Otney. Tangled up for the face off. Eagan wins the battle. Back to their D. Outlet pass, center ice, picked off, taken over by Otney. Otney gets it over down to Matson. Matson does a little shovel pass to the goal. Picked up by Otney. Tries to wing it back to the D. Gets picked off. Puck goes back deep. Eagan with the puck, trying to break it out. Going to try to skate it. Gets picked off. And grabbed up by Matson. Wesley battling for the puck. Puck goes in front of the net. No one's there for the juicy rebound. All right. Quick play there. Back up to the D. Ondich takes a shot and covered up by Egan's goalie. 3 minutes and 44 seconds left in the period. Face off down in Eagan zone. Pisano, Holcomb. Sellers coming back. Kratz goes back to Ondich, gets grabbed. Oh, there's a guy deep in the zone on the Eagan side. Looking like they have to take some time. Little shovel pass back. Gets it in the zone. And picked off by Farmington. Ondich off the glass, going down. Eagan grabs the puck. Gonna go a little D to D, looking for some breakouts. Not happening. Players are covered. Holcomb picks it off. Gonna go down the zone. Rips a shot. Goalie dive and save. Holy cow, that's what we like to see out of Big Bend. All right, puck coming the other way. What a fun game tonight. A lot of back and forth. Here we go back into the Farmington zone. A little shove there by Kratz. Puck goes back up to the Eagan D. Tries to rip one, blocked by Holcomb. Puck getting picked up by Sellers. Sellers off the glass. Going deep. Looks like it's going to be an icing. All the way back down. Face off down in the Farmington zone. All right, face off one by Farmington. Goes back to the Eagan D. Tip just a bit wide. Grabbed by Matson. He's cutting the D. Nice play there. Ooh, a little shove off the puck. Wesley battling back in the corner. The speed. Ooh, nice little play there by Mako. Gets it out of the zone by Eagan. Puck coming up. Aiden grabs the puck. Gets it deep. Back down to the Eagan country. And battle in the corner. Puck picked up by Farmington. Goes deep. Grabbed by Eagan. Eagan looking for an outlet pass. They like going high. They like going wide. Picked off. Center pass by Eagan. Picked off there by Aiden. Nice aggressive play. Gets the puck back deep again. Man, these guys are skating a lot tonight. They're going to be tired. Pinned in the corner by Mako. Little help there by Luxinger. Casano with the puck goes to Levi. Gets picked off by Eagan. Eagan coming back. That is offsides. All right, face off. 1 minute, 39 seconds. I like how the boys are playing. A lot faster, more aggressive than the previous game. Eagan back with the puck. Gets picked off by Otney. Puck goes back, battling the side of the boards. A little bit high. And we got a whistle. Hand pass. Face off, center ice. Well, or I'm wrong. I think the ref screwed that one up, but that's okay. Battle again. Puck grabbed by Eagan. Breaks into the Farmington zone. Goes deep. Trying to center pass. Picked off there by Casano. All right. Grossly tries to chip it back. It's out of the zone. Kratz, poke check. Puck going up. Center pass. Nice to Otney. Otney chip pass back. And not having it. Grossly getting under someone's skin. Probably anger issues at home for the Eagan kid. It happens. All right, face off, Casano. Puck grab by Eagan. Skating up the ice, a little 3-on-2. Nice poke check there by Ondich. Good play there. Kratz battling behind the net. And break up pass to Grossley. Grossley skating the puck up. Goes over to Ondich. Ondich with the gas. And picked up by Eagan. Battle ensues behind the net. Nice check by Grossley. Going to call a penalty on that one. Not sure why. Guy had the puck. They called it on Jace for checking or interference, but the guy had the puck. We got 2 penalties? That was terrible. I'd like an explanation on that one. Well, it looks like Eagan got an early Christmas present. Not sure what's going on here. Oh. Thank you, Eagan. Going to kick that out of the zone. Trying to break it in. Little 5-on-3 action going on. Ryan working. Back. Nice save there, Connor. Way to go. Kicks it to the side. Eagan working in close. Another glove save. Solid. Good play, boys. Fuck! They put it back. All right, little clock malfunction. Looks like John gave him a little extra time. That's okay. Probably the right thing to do. Another save by Connor. Way to go. Eagan pulling the goalie for the 1 second left in the period. So you got a little 6-on-3 action. Let's tangle it up and get it deep. All right, good play there. Gets a puck back. Solid face-off by Ryan Casano. All right, let's see what the coaches have to say here. All right, on mute. All right, for those of you at home, a little bit of a clock malfunction, but thank goodness we have John Matson on the clock, ready to fix it and get it back to normal. All right, Farmington down another 1 minute and 22 seconds on the 5-on-3. Wesley Matson battling, face-off, picked up, pulled off by Eagan. Eagan working it in the zone, setting up the 5-on-3, little D to D, trying to get it closer and closer, working it tighter. Back up, back to the D, and shot wide. Nice play there for Farmington, keeping the pressure on. Little D pack. Oh, terrible play by Eagan. Trying to work it in closer. Tight pass, gets pulled away. Nice kick out by Wesley Madsen. Get the puck all the way down. Way to go, 45 seconds left. Puck coming back down in the Farmington zone. Battle on the boards, misplay there. Going to go back to the other D. Wesley puts some pressure on. Puck goes high. Eagan grabs it, throws it, and looks like we're getting it out of the zone again. Nice job, Farmington Tigers. Puck comes out of the zone. Poke check there. Eagan trying to get it deep. 5-on-3, 17 seconds. Back. D to D, point. Another save by Connor. Solid play there. 13 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Line change. Eagan. Line change. Farmington. New set of legs out there. 13 seconds left. All we need here is 10 seconds to kill. Flip it out of the zone and get a 2-on-0. Turn it into our advantage, right? Shitty play by Eagan. Can't hold the puck. Casano grabs the puck, throws it out. Little nice block play there. Another save. Awesome. Puck goes out. We got a 2-on-1. Pressure's on. Pressure's on. Eagan loses the puck. Puck gets picked up by Sellers. Poke check. Puck's out of the zone. Picked up over by Bennett. Sellers tips it in. Back full strength. Nice kill for the Farmington boys. Puck coming back down the other way. Great back checking there by Holcomb. Puck's out. Kick save by Connor. Loose in front of Connor. Connor kicks it to the side. Puck battle ensues in the corner. Eagan. Control the puck. Tries to center it. Kick to the side. Battle ensues. Nice body play there. Connor's going to cover it. Slow this game down. Smart play. Second period. 12 minutes left. All right. Face off down the Farmington zone. Ryan Casano with the face off. Wins the battle. Puts it back in the corner to Bennett. Eagan tries to cycle it up to their wing. Eagan taking it back behind the net. Cycling the puck. Centering pass to no one. Back up to their point. Back to the corner. Chips it across. Picked up by Farmington. Back in the corner. Sellers chips it up the boards. Ryan putting some pressure on. Eagan grabs the puck up high. Little scramble from the net. Now we chip it up out of the zone. Tipped! Tipped! Anyhow, puck's going way back. Icing waved off. Oh, almost picked that one off right in front of the Eagan goalie. Puck's coming back up. Casano chips the puck away. Holcomb, puck between his feet. Grabbed up by Kratz. Kratz, little dangle, rips a shot. Blocker save. Trying to pick it off. Picked off again. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, nice. Levi putting some pressure on. Goalie jumped way out of the net for that one to cover it up. All right. 11 seconds left. 11 minutes left. Face off. Wesley Madsen, Levi, Holcomb. Battle. Puck goes deep behind the Eagan net. Little D to D action. Working the breakout. Picks off their center. And now they're going 3-on-2. Centering pass. Not having it. Levi putting some pressure on. Puck goes back into the Farmington corner. Eagan back to their D. Cross ice pass. Going to look for a shot here. Nice save there. Blocker save by Connor. Puck goes back deep. Aiden pokes it up to Levi. Levi up to Mako. Mako's going to put some pressure on here. And Eagan just throws it against the boards. Another chip pass back going deep. Eagan looking to try to get the center pass. Block. Levi picks up the puck. Chips it up the boards. Eagan back D to D. Going back down, pokes it in, tries to get it deep, and they do. Battle continues down deep behind the zone. Rips the boards, Eagan picks it off. Cooper Mako chips it up to Ondich, and Connor saves with the glover. Both teams making line changes. Face off down in Farmington zone. We got Ryan Casano facing off with Otney and Grossley. Puck tangled up, loose puck in the corner. Battle continues. Wesley pokes at it. Casano battling. Eagan going around the zone, around behind the net, back and forth. Tries the center pass, not having it. Gross with the puck, kicks it up to Otney. Otney with the puck, skating it up. Trying to make something happen. Chips it in. Eagan grabs it with an easy glove. Face off down in the Primerton zone or Eagan zone. I'm gonna go with a back to Matson play here. Oh, Eagan picks it up. 2-on-2. Try to split the D. Wild backhand, and Connor picks it up. So you gotta love about hockey. Back and forth so quick. Face off down in Farmington zone. Casano. Grossley, Miles. Eagan picks it off. Little dribble picked up by Farmington. Over to Otney. Otney for a big pass to Grossley. Gets tipped. No icing. Puck's behind the corner to try to swirl it back. Grossley battling in the corner. Solid battle. Eagan trying to get the puck out of the zone. Miles poking away. Little chip pass there. And now Egan's going the other way. Back, kick save. Nice blocker there. Grossley picks up to Miles just a bit out of reach. Puck goes wide. Eagan picking up the puck in their zone, going back the other way. Good back checking there. A lot of pressure. Egan to the D, looking for a big shot there. Gets blocked by Holcomb. Puck back in the corner. Matson battling. Picks up the puck. Good effort there by Matson. Puck's going up the zone. Trying to battle with Big Ben. They're not going to have it. And now puck is behind the Eagan goalie. Eagan going back the other way. Man, you guys at home must be getting dizzy because this is a lot of back and forth hockey tonight. Tries to pass it to the centering pass. No one there. Connor drifts it over to the side. Here we got Sellers. Pokes at the puck. Goes back to Kratz. Kratz is grabbing it. Going to look for a Matson bomb. Let's see if that happens. Oh, back up to Sellers. Sellers got it. Cross ice pass to Holcomb. Let's see the bomb. Let her rip. You know that's going to get loose. And put that away. Oh, so close. So close. Always got to let Big Ben rip them because the goalie's not going to hang on to it. We already know that. Every time he shoots, like the goalie, they lose control.
You get a rebound.
You get a rebound for sure. It's like, if Ben's got it, let him shoot, go to the net. Because the goalie's not going to hang on to that. Boom, rocket. Someone's just got hurt on that one. All right, back up. Sellers. Let's dribbles it in. Here we're sitting there with Big Ben. Goes to center pass. Goes right up to Kratz. Lets one rip between the goalie's legs. And that's got to go in. Oh, scramble. Keep it in. Kratz keeps it in. Goes off with slightly. So we still got it in the zone. Way to go. That was exciting hockey there. Eagan trying to bring it up center ice. Definitely wearing the brown undies after that one. All right. Ondich back behind the net. Goes to Kratz. Kratz looking for a big long pass. Goes back to Ondich. Ondich going with that normal speed. Tips it up. And now goes back to Farmington. Farmington picks it up. Ondich in tight. Loose puck. Tip it up. And now they're going for a big long pass. Gets picked off. Offsides. Oh, nice save there by Connor. That wasn't offsides. But Levi. Puck goes up along the zone. Levi putting the pressure on. They go back to their winger, trying to get it deep, and they do. Here we got Ondich. Rips it back up the boards. Cooper going to put some pressure on. Nicely done. Now battle up in the top of the circles. Ooh, opportunity. And now we're cutting logs. Cooper gets it all the way down ice. That's going to be an icing. I'll save you the head spin. All right. 6 minutes left of the period. Scores 1-1. Playing some solid hockey. Face off. Loose at the dot. Goes back to Eagan's D. He's going to let one rip. Connor kicks it out. Girlsey with the puck. Going up, looking for Miles. Nice chip pass. Gets tipped. That's okay. Back in the zone. Center pass. Off. Ripper. Headshot there. Going back. Keeping control of the puck. Center pass. Tip it up. Another takedown there by Eagan. Not sure I'm okay with that. Puck going behind the Eagan net. Poke check there. Body by Grossley. I think Jace is ready to smoke somebody tonight. That would be my guess. Puck goes deep into the zone. Eagan going to try to rip it off the boards. Going to get their icing of their own. Coming back down. Other zone. All right. Right now, I would say Farmington's definitely winning this game. Refs are talking a little bit. There's some funky stuff going out on the ice, and the refs got to start watching some of the cheap shots. Farmington. Puck goes back behind the net. Here we got Sellers coming in. Battling in the corner. Madsen helping out. It's a twig battle right now, and puck goes up to Aiden. Shot just a bit wide. Puck goes in the corner. Bennett puts some pressure on. Sellers keeps it in. Goes deep. Going back to Wesley Madsen. Gets ground off in the corner. Puck loose in front of the net. Here we got Aiden. Aiden's got the puck. Wide angle shot high along the boards. We hate those because they tend to not be great for our team when they roll out of the zone, but picked off and saved. Here we go. Wesley working his way in. Getting low. Gonna go rubbed off. Nice cross ice pass. Gets picked. Here we go. Kratz rips one. Just goes over the net. They try to get out of the zone. Picked off. Kept Zeep. And now we're gonna go with the Eagan icing. This game is definitely feeling much more in the Tiger favor category. Face off. Fasano. Puck goes back in the corner. Eagan with the puck. I like the pressure. They don't have time to make decisions. That's causing a lot of Farmington turnovers. All right, coming back down the other way. Shot wide, high. Call it what you want. Both. A little poke check there by Eagan. Working their way back in. Shot. Going to cover. 4 minutes left. All right, face off. We got Casano. Tied up. Another shot and another save. Oh, wait. Who's in net right now? Is that Webby? Connor? My eyes are so bad. Either way, playing great. You'll need another belt for all the tick marks for all the saves we're getting tonight. Puck gets out of the zone. Eagan looking for a long cross-ice pass. But guys are in the zone. They can't dump it in. Now the battle continues. Nice little pick there to Levi. Put on the gas. Levi rips one. Loose puck and face-off coming back in the Eagan zone. And Levi with a little shot there. I like to see that. Let them know you're there to play. I'd like to see one of these boys hand out a postcard, say, here's my number, find me later, right? All right, face-off, Madsen. Tangled up. Miles battling the corner, controlling the puck. Smart hockey play there. Gets it loose. Back. Farmington controlling the corner. Eagan grabs the puck. It's tipped by Grossley. Nice job done there. Picked off by Eagan. Going back the other way. Offsides. That's what happens when you try to deke out the blue line. All right, face off. Neutral ice. Looking like Wesley, Otten, Grossly. Puck goes back, covered by Aiden. Matson's got the puck, picked off in the corner. Nice defensive play there. Poke check along the boards. Battle continues. Puck goes up, gets poke checked. Grossly battling. Eagan battling. Puck gets loose, grabbed, goes out far. Eagan holds his own, back in the corner. Going back to Aiden Matson. Going up to Grossly. Eagan plays body, and Connor picks up the puck. 2 minutes left. Face off down the Farmington zone. 2 minutes, 41 seconds left. Casano facing off. Sellers and Holcomb with them. So got the checking line out there. Ref says both of you out of here, new face-off partners. Ties up. Let's just start laying bodies out. Puck goes back around the net. I'm just going to grab it. Going to go wide, looking all the way for Holcomb. Gets picked off by Eagan. Not sure what to do. Tries to play it around. Going to go off the boards. Back to Kratz. Kratz has got the puck. Going back to Ondich. Waved off. Battle goes behind the Eagan net. Nice, stupid play by Egan's part to make it loose in front of their own net. It's picked off by Ondich. Battle in the corner. Eagan grabs a puck. Holcomb poke checking. Sellers coming in with his nice shoulder. And puck goes behind the Farmington net. Off the boards. Out of the zone. That was off. Come on. Puck gets poked up to Sellers. Sellers, center pass. Just a bit behind Holcomb. Eagan going back in the zone. A lot of tangled up there. Nice save by Iverson. 1 minute, 41 seconds left. All right, Wesley Matson at the face-off with Casano. No, with Levi, Mako, and Mako wants to go to some little girls on that one. Woo. Scary. All right, face-off back in the Farmington zone. All right, Mako, Levi, Wesley at center. Face-off won by Farmington. Goes back. Pinch up around the corners. Nice grab there. Eagan just flips it across the ice. Puck goes up. Oh my God, he touched the puck. I don't know about that. Man, a lot of whistles in this game, that's for sure. Puck goes back to the Farmington zone. Minute 20 seconds left. Battling back. Bennett grabs the puck, pins it against the boards. Controlling the puck by Farmington. Puck goes back in the corner. Eagan with it. Works it back to their D. Try to do a tip pass. Nothing happening there. Puck goes back behind the Farmington zone. Bennett with some body, and Eagan tips on it. Damn it. All right, play back in the Farmington zone, or center out face off. Puck goes back, D to D. Casano with some pressure. Eagan goes to dump it all the way in. That's got to be icing if I ever saw one, and it is. Coming all the way back to Eagan country. All right, time for these boys to answer one quickly. 46 seconds left. Casano, Otney, Grossley, Ondich, Kratz on the ice. Tied up at the faceoff. Puck goes back in the corner. Gonna work it up the boards. Eagan chips out. Gonna go for a dangle. Calls all those team offsides. Eagan back. Goes to Kratz. Kratz over to Ondich. Ondich off the boards. Gonna get a hand pass there. Nope, we got away with one. Oh, no, he did call it. Damn it, he heard me. All right, coming back down the other way. All right, face off, neutral ice. Sano, Grossley, Otney. Face off one by Casano. Otney with the puck. Gonna work it up the boards. A little bit of a stick snafu there. Ondich with the puck. We're out of the zone. Ondich gonna put on the gas. Gets rubbed off along the boards. Puck battle on the boards continues. Tries to chip it out. Frampton holds it in the zone. 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Shoot! Oh, it's all right. Frampton keeping the pressure on, playing solid hockey. And my hand. Back on? Back on. All right, 1-2. Farmerton down. We got a good period coming up here. Third period, 14 minutes left in the game. Grossley, Otney, Wesley. Puck is one. Goes back to Ondich. Ondich to Kratz. Kratz looking, chips it up, gets us a bit high and out of the zone, out of the arena. Puck coming back, hits Blake in the head. That was on purpose. No, it wasn't. But these boys want to win. Wesley, battle, goes to the corner, picks it up, pushes up the boards. Grossley battle into the corner. Puck goes back. Madsen gets a puck over to Kratz. Kratz dangles. Puck recovered by Madsen. Madsen goes deep. Puck behind that to Miles. Miles goes back to Madsen. Puck gets caught up in the corner. Eagan chips it out. Recovered by Farmington. Farmington goes back. It's picked off by Eagan. Eagan, 2-on-4. Back, taking the puck behind the net. Gets rubbed off. Ondich, nice play there. Puck continues to be loose. Eagan battles, centering pass, shot wide. Puck rebounds back to the Eagan D, goes in the corner, center pass, not from there. Eagan gets a puck back deep, and puck is battling in the corner. Center pass And nice save there. Puck gets chipped down the ice. We're going to see an icing here. And waved off. I was just kidding. Eagan back up. Center pass picked off by Casano. Grossly grabs it. Eagan grabs it. Kratz grabs it. Puck's in the air. No one knows where it's at. Gets whipped back over to Kratz. Kratz back up to Sellers. Sellers. Little stick malfunction. Puck pinned against the corner. Eagan goes D to D. Chips it off the boards. Back to their winger. Back to their center. Going into the Farmington zone. Shot tipped by Aiden. Goes high. Back to their D. Another shot tipped. Picked off by Aiden. Bennett chips the board to Holcomb. Casano with the puck. Casano. Sellers. Back to Sellers. Tries to dangle. Gets picked off. Big chip by Eagan. Looks like we're going to see an icing here that's getting waved off. Bennett chips the puck back in the corner. Chips it back again. Loose puck. Battling behind the net. Centering pass to nobody. Eagan grabs the puck. Going to try to cycle it back to their D. Gets picked off again. Bennett takes it in the corner. Chips up the boards. Holcomb grabs a puck. Chips it up the boards again. Picked off. Eagan, a little dangle there. Grabs the puck. Sellers, good body. Gets the puck back in the corner. Puck going up, and Sellers putting some pressure on. Holcomb puts some pressure on. Puck goes wide. Bennett going to rip it out of the zone. Oh, he could have grabbed that one. Oh, could he call it anyhow? No icing. All right, puck. Oh, almost picked off by Holcomb. That would have been solid. Puck loose back in the Farmington zone. Wesley Matson grabs it, dangling. Loose puck, keeps in the zone. Kicked out by Wesley on the blue line. Chips it in deep. Ondich going after the puck. Chips it back up to Levi. Levi dodging a hit. Puck gets pushed back into the Farmington zone. A lot of stops and starts. Puck goes back to Eagan D. Shoves it down. Puck gets missed. Aiden tips it up. Gets picked out of the zone by Luxinger. Battle continues along the boards. Ondich going to put on some gas. Eagan breaks a stick. Ondich putting on some gas. Going to bring it in. Gets it deep. Guys hugging him a little bit. Puck goes behind the net. Looking for some big cross-ice passes here. Nothing happening. Going to call it. Wasn't sure. And icing's a call. Not sure I agree with it, but we will take it. All right. 10 minutes, 15 seconds left in the game, third period. 2-1, not in our favor. Wesley Matson, Grossly, and Otney. Backed up by Kratz and Ondich. Face off one. Puck goes deep behind the net by Ondich. Eagan looking for some breakout. Grossly's cutting off some angles. Eagan carries over the blue line. Ondich plays the guy into the boards. Puck battle continues behind the Farmington net. Eagan looking for a centering pass, not allowing it to happen, goes to the D. D going to try to walk it in, goes too far, too wide. Poke check by Miles. Grossly off to the races, chips it over to Miles. Miles grabs a puck, it's bodied off it. Keep the pressure on. Nice pick off there by Wesley. Way to read the play. Puck going back the other way. Poke checked by Eagan. Aiden dumps it up the boards, and then Eagan dumps it deep into the zone. Puck ripped around the boards, gets picked up by Grossly, kicks it out for Aiden. Aiden's going up the boards. Little toe drag. Oh, Ryan with a nice shot there. Picked off. Here we go, Ryan. Look at how he positioned his body there. Ready for the shot. Smart hockey play there. Puck kicked out of the zone. Bennett with the puck, looking to go D to D. Grabs the puck. Going to try to rip it in the zone. Gets picked off. Pokes it away. Casano with a little chirping. Oh, here I would like to see. Oh, puck goes out, and Aiden's going to grab it. Eagan getting a line change here. Throws it up to Bennett. Bennett got the puck. Going to rip it deep into the zone. Thinking Farmington needs a line change here as well. Sellers some pressure. Keeps the pressure on, poke checking, battling, and Eagan kicks it way deep. Tries to do a center pass, not having it. Puck goes up the boards, chips it up. Eagan keeps it in the zone. Oh, Sellers gets it out to Casano. Casano to back to Holcomb. Let this puppy rip. Oh, Sellers picked. Another pick. Eagan going back into the Farmington zone. Poke check there. No one's touching the puck here. Hot potato. Back into the Farmington zone. Back to Holcomb. Holcomb dumps it to Kratz. Kratz, nice shot there, just a bit wide. Wesley keeps it deep. Kratz playing deep. Center passes to Holcomb, gets missed, and now Egan's working the breakout, and now it's going deep in the Farmington country. Sellers, good back checking there, pokes the puck to the corner. Centering pass picked off by Farmington, back up the boards. Holcomb battling. Wesley battling. Holcomb comes out with the puck. Kicks it out to Ondich. Ondich, Holcomb. Working down deep. Ondich just never stops moving those skates. Gotta love it. Puck gets turned over in the corner. Back up to Kratz. He shoots one, goes wide. Let's keep this in the zone. Levi, good hustle. Keeps it, turns it. Going back to Ondich. Ondich looking for that center pass. Looking for Kratz. Center pass goes back. Pull off the pipe. Oh, close one. Wesley's got the puck. Pressure's on. Egan's going to have to ice it. That's all they had left. Battle back in the Farmington zone. Egan kicks it out. Icing's going to be waved off. Kratz has got the puck. It's poke checked by Egan. Egan grabs a puck. Connor, nice save. Solid save by Connor. Egan opportunity denied. Six minutes left in the game. Puck back in the corner. Levi Lexinger battling. Egan whips it around the corner. Bennett battling. Goes back deep. A little bit of pressure there by Aiden. Puck goes back deep behind the net again. Levi putting some pressure on. Egan goes up high to their D. Long shot. Blocker saved by Connor Iverson. Cooper says, nope, I'm going to hit you. Battle back in the corner. Cooper with the puck. Gets poke checked by Egan. Egan goes back to the D. D blocked shot by Levi. All right. Going to work out on the puck. Nice chip pass there. Ryan going to battle down. Definitely got to put some pressure on there. Hugs the boards, keeps it in. Egan goes D to D, looking for a centering pass. No one there. Now someone comes up for an opportunity. Egan going back into the Farmington zone. Dude, open ice hits. Got to let them happen. One or two of those and people stop doing that stuff, you know? All right. Puck out of the zone. That guy had his head down. Lay him out. All right, face-off. Matson. Otney. Grossly. Puck goes up to the point. Point misses. Pressure ensues. Otney all over him. Oh, blew a tire. That's okay. Puck goes way back in the Farmington country. Egan looking for a centering pass. Not there. Picked up by Grossly. Puck goes back in the corner. Kratz with the puck. Putting the gas on. Going to work his way in. Little wide angle shot. Loose puck. Egan throws it into the corner. Nice rebound opportunity. Picked up by Grossly. Oh, shot, save. Oh, another loose puck. Keep on shooting. Hey! Well, see, boys, you're allowed to push it back. All right, face off, tied up. Otney coming through. Eagan picks up the loose puck. Looking to break out. Going to go for a long ice pass. Goes for the rafters. Just a bit low. Kratz kicks the puck back up. Eagan grabs it. Looking for a centering pass. Pressure on. Way to go, Farmington. Denies that play. Puck going up the boards. Ondich throws it up. Eagan picks it off. Going back in the zone. Kratz puts the pressure on. Ondich back with the puck. Chips it back up to Otney. Otney, backhand pass. Ondich going back up the zone, going hard, loose puck, and Eagan covers it up. Face off down the Farmington zone. But puck, Eagan picks it up, going back the other way. All right, centering pass, not having it. Sellers the puck, goes up, gives it to Holcomb. Holcomb just gets picked off, gets it deep, puck down to the other zone. I want to see this line do some body checking. These guys are strong, strong young men. Oh, Holcomb, big opportunity, loose puck. Loose puck, big bodies flying. Let's go. Ben's gonna bench press that kid. Come on. If someone's laying on you, you just do one or two, just for measure. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Grossly coming in, doing a face-off, solid. Nice face-off win there by Grossly. Puck gets out, they go to chip it out. Bennett grabs the puck, gonna look for Kratz. Oh, no, turns it back up. Holcomb gets it deep. Let's see some crash and burn. There we go. Sellers gets the puck up, chips it back out. Eagan coming down the other way. Some fancy stick work, getting played back in the corner. Centering pass, stopped. Center pass there, another stop. Loose puck. A little body play there. All right, Holcomb with the puck. Skate it, buddy. You're strong, big boy. Goes back over to Sellers. Sellers skating down. Gonna rip one at the goalie. Kicks to the corner. Sellers back with the puck. Good control by Sellers. Battle continues. Go D, go D, go D, go D. All right, back to the D. Lets one rip. Oh, almost tips that one in. Nice. Puck back. They're just going to try to whip it down, and I see an icing coming there. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the game. All right, face-off back in the Eagan zone. Ondich taking the face-off. Wow, we're mixing some stuff up for sure now. Face-off, back to Mako. Oh, Mako back on D. Solid. That kid just broke an ankle. Huh. Awesome. Let him rip, buddy. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, puck loose. Back. Scrambling. Loose puck behind the defender's legs. Goes back in the corner. Ondich going to play that one. Goes back. Battle in the corner. Puck battle continues. Gets put up to Mako. Mako lets one rip in. Dang, that one could have gone anywhere. All right. Keep letting them fly. This is what you guys do. Face off. Eagan zone. Ondich. Pisano. Shooters on point. Stick handlers on the sides. All right. Gets taken down with the face-off and just above the net. That's what I like to see. Goes back. Behind you, Casano. Gonna go to the corner. We'll pick it up. Oh, another puck out of the zone. Dang. 2 minutes left. All right, going to change up the lines a little bit here. We got new D coming out. Going back to old school. New set of forwards out there. We're going with the big boys. Let's bruise it up. Puck battles into the corner. Eagan with the puck behind the net. Going to look for a long, wide pass off the boards. That's an icing. What? That was icing. That crossed the line. Dude, I'm pretty sure that crossed the line. I could be wrong, but I don't know about that. And that ref had the net between his sight of vision. There's no way he even saw that. All right, loose puck. And are you sure? Are you sure? Yeah. All right, puck coming down the other zone. Face off down in the Eagan zone. Sellers at face off. Wow. Let's see what ensues. Battle, ties up the puck, gets to the point, loose puck, shoots it in the net, off the pipe, nice. Eagan grabs the puck and whips it down off the boards. And what about the late hit in the corner? That seemed a little dirty. Huh. Well, Ben, if you were going to watch this later, that's 13. He also called your mom ugly, I heard, so I think you owe him one. All right. Goalie pull for Farmington. Puck gets out, going to Kratz. Just let him rip. This goalie can't hold crap. He gives up rebounds like crazy. All right. 1 minute, 21 seconds left in the game. Face-off scramble, loose puck. Taking it back to the corner, back to D. Got it, back over to Kratz. Kratz at the puck, lets one rip, gets deflected. Back behind the goalie. Back out to the point, gets back out to the D. Bennett's got the puck, goes and lets one rip. Ooh, just tipped a bit wide. Kratz going to play smart hockey, keep it in the zone. Put the pressure on. Puck back out. Ondish with the puck. Shooting range, shoots it, rips it. Eagan picks up the puck. All right, 52 seconds left in the period. Starting to get a little feisty. All right, face off. Puck scramble, loose puck. Egan's got the puck. Gets chipped out to their winger. He's going to look at the open net, rips it down deep, misses the net wide. Bennett gets a puck, going to control it, gets it back to his partner. Egan back, turns it up the boards. Ondich is going to grab it, chip it to Otney. Nope, it's caught up. Otney's going to grab the puck. It's poke check. Egan back with the puck. And looks like an icing. How is that not icing? Good Lord. Center pass. Dang. Bring it around. 18 seconds left. Stop the puck. Catch it. Puck loose. Over the net. Puck goes behind the Farmington net. No go. Puck going along the boards. Ondich going to rip one down. Gets blocked by Eagan. A centering pass gets poked up the boards. Eagan rips it down. And someone broke a stick. Game over. All right. That was disappointing that we lost that one.